What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM. Here, it's about 1 o'clock here at Site B. It's the 29th day of September 2022, and it's about 70 degrees and hazy. Looks like we're looking at another exciting round of mugginess, but hey, compared to everybody else, I think we're doing okay. And good news, everybody! The second round of the playtest material for ONE DnD has gone live. And now we get to take a look at the expert classes. What are the expert classes? Well, they're the Ranger, the Bard, and the Rogue. And already we've taken a look at the Bard today, and we're woefully unimpressed. We're looking at the Ranger class, and we're deeply disappointed. Though it did have one idea I liked. But other than that, yeah, Rangers just still need a lot of work. And now we're going to look at the Rogue, the Thief, the Dungeon Scout, the Sneaky Guy, the Burglar, the Expert Treasure Finder. Now, this one should be really hard to mess up. First, it's one of the classic 4 iconic classes. You know, Fighter, Cleric, Magic User, Thief. Except we don't call them Thief anymore because apparently that's problematic. We call them Rogues because that's less problematic. But considering the Thief basically is being sneaky, backstab, and having some skills, it's kind of hard to mess up. I mean, you know, it's been pretty cut and dry since day one. Backstab, skills, sneaky. That's it. You know, I jump out of the way from things, I sneak up, I disarm traps, I get treasure, and maybe I share it with you guys. That, you know, that's my job. Spot traps, be sneaky, stab things in the back. Okay. So this one should be really hard to mess up. The Rogue. All right, your hit dice is a D8. Oh, hey, we made them even tougher. They used to be a D6. Now they're a D8. I guess all the experts are going to be a D8. D8 is now the expert class. Dice. Support me, water. Okay, I have no problem with that. Your proficiency saving throws are dexterity intelligence. You get 4 skills to choose from. Acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, yeah, those haven't changed. Simple weapons, martial weapons that have the finesse property, thieves tools, light armor training. We have some starting equipment, or you could ignore that and just take the 110 gold pieces and buy whatever you want. I think almost everybody goes with the free starting equipment. If they remember, they get it. You do occasionally run into people who actually have not read that far, and then they're like, oh, wait, I got to start with a short sword? And you're like, yeah, dude. At first level, you get expertise. You get to choose 2 skills. What you gain the expertise bonus is. So that means instead of your proficiency bonus being +2, you get to have a +4. So if you, for example, took stealth, your stealth roll would be d20 +4 plus your stat modifier, let's say 3. So that's pretty much the same. You get sneak attack. Sneak attack, you know, as always, pretty much the same thing. As long as you're behind somebody and they don't know you're there, you get to do the extra damage. And, you know, now you get advantage on them too. And then also they've added that if there is somebody else within sight of you, within 5 feet of you, you get to have the sneak attack too. So if that bad guy is being flanked, you get to have sneak attack. Kind of the same thing. Sneak attack doesn't look like it's changed. Thieves' Cant. You get Thieves' Cant again, something that's been around since the very beginning, something nobody's really ever understood, and yet dozens and dozens and dozens of articles have been written about it, including an entire book. And yet, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's just how thieves recognize each other. At second level, you get Cunning Action. That hasn't changed. You can use your bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide. Third level, you get your subclass. Fourth level, you get to choose a feat or the ability to score improvement feat, which is Jeremy Crawford's new way of saying, screw you, we didn't change anything. You can choose to take +2 in 1 stat, +1 in 2 stats, or you can get a feat. Since most of the feats are going to give you +1 or +2 in a stat, it's sort of no reason not to take the feats now. They've just changed the way they were wording, so now you know you have to take one or the other, because I guess some people weren't clear over the fact that in the 5th edition Player's Handbook it says you get +2 to 1 stat, +1 to 2 stats, or if I allow it, you can get a feat. But has anybody ever run into a game where the DM didn't allow it? I know I haven't, and I've played over a dozen 5e games in the past whatever. So, yeah, thanks, Crawford. At 5th level, you get Uncanny Dodge. You can choose to use your reaction bonus to take half damage as long as you can see it coming. Pretty much the same. 6th level, you get another feature from your subclass. 7th level, you get to choose expertise with 2 more skills. 8th level, you get your ability score improvement or another feat. 9th level, you get evasion. Remember when you got evasion in like 2nd or 3rd level? Jumping out of the way was a thing. And then they upgraded it to, I think, 5th level. Well, now, congratulations. If you've lived to 9th level, you now know how to jump out of the way of a boulder. This should be... why 9th? 10th level, you get a feat. 11th level, you get a subclass feature. 10th level, you get a subclass feature. 11th level, you get reliable talent. Is this new? I think it's new. Whenever you make an ability check to use one of your skill or 2 proficiencies, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as 10. So you automatically get a 10 if you rolled a 9 or lower. Unless, of course, you rolled a 1, because I think 1 is automatically a fail unless they've changed it. They may have changed it so 1's not always automatically a fail now. Maybe it isn't on skills anymore. Probably isn't. 1 plus modifiers, you could still maybe make it. So yeah, basically, if you roll a 9 through 2 on your d20 roll, you automatically get a 10, and then you add your proficiency bonus and hope you beat the difficulty. At 12th, you get the feat. 13th level, you get something called Subtle Strikes. You have advantage on any attack rolls that targets a creature that is within 5 feet of you, 5 feet of at least one of your allies who isn't incapacitated. So as long as somebody else is fighting a monster, you always have advantage if they're flanked. Didn't you get that before? Maybe you didn't. This guy's fighting the monster. Here's the monster. If I come up against this, I get advantage. And just in case I didn't already have advantage, now I definitely get advantage. Because he's flanked. Doesn't see me. And I'm behind him. Remember the old days when it was just +4 to hit and extra damage? Yep, nope. Now it's way more situational and overcomplicated when it doesn't need to be. At 14th level, we get the subclass feature. At 15th level, we get Slippery Mind. You gain proficiency in Wisdom and Charisma saving throws. That's nice, unless I'm playing a rogue. A gnome, that I've already gotten that. But now I get, a gnome rogue at 15th level would just be king of the Wisdom and Charisma saving throws. 16th level, you get Feat. 17th level, you get Elusive. No attack roll has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated. So as long as you're awake and moving, nobody can ever take advantage against you, no matter what. No matter what it says. That's gone. You are elusive. That's nice. I don't know if it's worth the 17th level, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Improved evasion is now called elusive, and yeah. At 18th level, you get Stroke of Luck. If you fail a d20 test, you can turn the roll into a 20. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish the rest. Wow. So if I fail a d20 roll, I can automatically turn it once into a free critical. Well, not a critical, but a 20. An automatic success, basically. Once per, whatever, short rest. Combine that with Lucky, Urchin, and being a halfling. And then take, 1 level of Divination Wizard. Yeah, I see people abusing that. But still, it's 18th level. 19th level, you get a feat. And 20th level, you get your Epic Boon. Alright, so far, Rogue seems fine. Doesn't really feel like it's changed that much. I'd move Evasion lower. Reliable Talent, I would offer more of an explanation. Subtle Strike needs more of an explanation because right now it feels like something I already can do anyways. Elusive is awesome. Just basically you never get advantage of me as long as I know you're there. But at 17 level, Stroke of Luck, that's kind of cool for once. I don't know if it's really a rogue thing. That feels more like a bard thing. But we know that's going to be broken. Now the one example subclass is Thief. 3rd level, Fast Hands. You can add the following to your cunning action. Remember, cunning action is on a bonus action. You can do dodge, dash, whatever. Bonus action, dash, disengage, or hide. Now you can add to that search and sleight of hand. So if for your bonus action, you can pick a lock, disarm a trap, or pick a pocket. I mean, dodge, I can understand. I want to get out of the way. Dash, hide, hide in the middle of a fight. Yeah. Really, in the middle of a fight, am I going to want to use my bonus action to search the room or pick a lock? I mean, I guess, it'd be fun to pick the bad guy's pockets, while I'm fighting him. Yoink, there goes your belt buckle. But then that kind of feels more like what the Arcane Trickster should be doing. I don't know, man. I mean, taking search as a bonus action as opposed to a normal action. I search the room, and then my bonus action is I search the room, or I'm fighting this guy, but I want to take my bonus action to search the room so I can find a place to hide on my next action. On paper it sounds sort of pointless. When would I ever use it? I need examples. 3rd level, I get second story work. Climb speed. My climb speed is now equal to my normal speed, so a 30-foot climb speed. By jump distance, when I make a jump action, I can use dexterity instead of check instead of strength check if my dexterity is higher than my strength, which it should be. Does this allow me to, jump farther or land softly? I mean, obviously, since my dex is going to be higher than my strength, I'm more chance of being successful. But does it really let me prove the distance in any way, shape, or form? Again, needs more of explanation. 6th level, I get Supreme Snake. You have advantage on every stealth check you make, provided you aren't wearing armor. Aren't wearing medium or heavy armor. You have advantage on every dexterity check stealth you make, as long as you aren't wearing medium or heavy armor. That's awesome. I'm always at advantage on stealth as long as I'm wearing normal clothes or leather. When am I going to fail stealth? Especially if 1 no longer counts as an automatic fail. That's awesome. 6th level? Would I move that one a little bit? No, that feels nice. That's price. At 10th level, I can use a managed device. Unlike everybody else who can attune to only a certain amount of magic items, I can attune to 4 magic instead of 3. Whenever I use a magic item property that expands charges, I roll a d6. On a roll of d6 of 6, I can use it without expanding charges. Has anybody else ever got to use that? Is that a new thing? That feels like something a wizard should have, or a bard, or the Arcane Trickster, not the Thief. Yeah. And being able to tune to 1 more magic item than anybody else can? My. I can use spell scrolls that bear a cantrip or a 1st level scroll. I can also try to use higher level scrolls, but I have to make an arcane check. That's cool. I mean, that's high level thieves could use scrolls in the past. I don't get why I can attune to 4. And I definitely don't get the whole I don't have to spend a charge if I'm using a wand or whatever, so if I roll a 6. That definitely feels like that should be something a wizard can do, or a sorcerer. That definitely feels more like bard or arcane trickster, assuming Arcane Trickster is still going to be a thief subclass, as opposed to just this. I don't know. And 14th level, I have Thief Reflexes. I can take a second bonus action on my turn, provided it is a cunning action bonus action. I can use this a number of turns equal to my proficiency bonus before I take a rest. So what is my proficiency at 14th level? 5? 6? So I can take 5 extra bonus actions on my bonus action as long as they're cunning actions. So I can take 2 dashes, or a dash and a dodge, a dash and a hide, a dash and a search. Now the fast hands make sense, because if I can do dash, search, bonus action, that works way more than just I can search the room in the middle of a fight. And that's it for Thief. Well, Thief's definitely got an upgrade. I got to see the other classes, the other subclasses. Right now, the Thief subclass looks okay, not great. I mean, Supreme Sneak at 6 is worth it. Being able to do something with magic items that apparently nobody else can, at least until we see the other classes, that's great. The Thief's reflexes, getting 2 bonus actions, but only for 2 dodges or a dodge and a dash is awesome. Looks like of the 3, it looks like Thief made out the best. It still feels like the iconic Thief, other than evasion being now my 9th level power. Evasion should maybe be moved down a little bit lower. A lot of these need better explanation, much more direct explanation. That's the one problem, we still haven't, even today, is it's so, vague on what you can and cannot do, and how one person interprets things one way and somebody else interprets it in a completely different way. What we really need is cut and dry, bullet point by bullet point. This is what I can do with this skill at this moment. Other than that, Thief made out pretty good. I see nothing inherently wrong. A couple things that should be different. A couple things that I'd be like, why? A couple things that need explanations. But yeah, congratulations, Thief. Of the 3, you made out the best. Bard, you made out the second best. And Ranger, you got screwed over again. I don't know why. I guess somebody finds Rangers problematic. There we go. That is all 3 of the expert classes in the Unearthed Arcana Round 2 playtest. We also have to look at the new feats, or the feat changes, including the new epic boon feats, if the spell lists have changed at all, and some rule changes. And I'm sure you're going to hear some rule changes, complaints about the new role for D20 and D1. So we're going to go over those in a separate one, unless somebody else already has. We got about 20 more pages to go, but we'll do that in another vlog because I don't want to waste too much of your time. Also, check out the link down below if you want to read these to yourself. Of course, I'm reading it so you don't have to. See the things I do for you people? You can keep your sanity while I go completely wacko reading this stuff. Thanks, Mr. Crawford, for making this available to us, so we didn't have to wait 10 days after you ended the playtest that you extended. Wow. Totally rewriting Dungeons & Dragons. It's been around since 2014. His words, not mine. Yeah. Thanks to Big D over at Diversity in Dungeons for pointing this out to me. Thanks for taking part of this experiment with me. If you're feeling generous, consider supporting me or subscribing, or hey, check out my merch. I got merch over at Teespring. I got the West Coast Grognard fashion line, link down below. And I've got my very first in a long time published product up at Big Geek Emporium, link down below. Till next time, yeah, expert classes, ONE DnD, don't we feel special? Is the sarcasm obvious? I need a haircut.